Oh, welcome, folks, to another episode of the Clicking and Screaming program. Share the link. As you noticed over there, that is not Tim. That is our movie guru himself. That's at Philadelphia's Garrett Smith, and at I Like to Movies Garrett Smith. Garrett, looking different today with the shades.
What's up, pal? How you doing?
All right, you were playing a little bit of the Casio keyboard.
Oh yeah, wait, you want me to bust this baby out?
Show the folks.
All right, hold on.
They're
gonna see my pajama pants. I don't really like that aspect of this.
At least you're wearing them. I ain't wearing nothing down here. I got nothing on.
All right, that's definitely worse. Yeah, let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna put one of the rhythms on because I think they're very fun. Here's the disco rhythm.
Oh, this has got to be the new.
I can't play piano that well, by the way.
You got to pretend that you're playing it the whole time. You got to be like, no, this is me. This is me. What?
Hold on. I'm gonna demo in some trumpet.
Oh shit, dude! Hell yeah. Kate, if you're watching, we expect a freestyle to this beat. Can you show the nation? There it is.
Is this fun?
You can play that at your wedding.
Is this fun? Are we having a good time?
Yeah, I'm having a good time.
All right.
Garrett's available for bar mitzvahs, birthday parties, quinceañeras. And
I'm fairly certain that's what these were designed for.
Bar mitzvahs only.
Guys like me could make a little bit of money off of bar mitzvahs. Yeah.
We should do a dueling pianos with the Casio keyboards. Just show up, just turn up places.
I wish I had a Casio keyboard. Everyone had one as a kid. Every single person was.
It's not hard to get one, pal.
Where do you know about?
The internet? Internet.com?
Oh, so you're going to order one online?
Do you guys just not have instruments laying around your home?
Yeah, but not that one.
Oh, okay.
You know, well, I've had one instrument in my life, and you know how that went. Didn't I tell you that I got fired from guitar lessons by the guitar instructor?
You got fired.
Were you bad at it, or you didn't want to?
Yeah, I didn't practice, and I was bad. He's like, "Listen, you'll never learn this. I know it's not in my best interest to tell you to stop coming to get guitar lessons, but you're the worst. You don't have any musical ability. You don't have rhythm." And I was like 11, and I'm like, okay, yeah.
Right. He sounds. All right. He knows.
Yeah.
Isn't it great how there are some teachers that are absolutely the worst?
Yeah, it's the whole.
You got into the guitar teaching business, and if there's any part of your arsenal that's telling the kid they suck and should quit, you are not fit for this particular job.
Right. And it's like people that are like, damn, I should be on tour with Skynyrd right now.
Right. They're always thinking they should be with Skynyrd.
I met Axl Rose at a party one time, and it was a near miss. Near miss. It's like, no, you weren't, dude. You've been playing in Bon Jovi cover bands since you were 13. Don't get me fired up. Share the link, folks. Share the link.
Are you drinking a jar of milk?
Hold up. That's against... Tim is on a diet right now, and that is against protocol.
Low carb milk, my boy. High protein,
low
carb.
No, you told me no more than 2 hours ago you couldn't have milk in the protein shake. So you can't have milk on it.
It's not standard milk.
What kind of? How do you? There's either
this
milk.
Is Costco.
There's milk.
Costco, high protein, low carb.
Vegan? Was it a vegan cow? How did it?
Listen to him.
It's either milk
doing a
or it ain't milk.
I just want to know.
It's yelling at you till you give up.
I just want to know if it came in the jar.
Oh. Oh. The cow? The cow itself?
It did not come in the jar.
Okay.
It came in I'm telling you, it's very fancy milk. This isn't the regular milk that you people are used to. This is
why you got to pour it in a jar.
Right. I'm saying you get 160 calories for 16 ounces. That's not regular milk stats.
Damn, dude, that's not milk. Can't you go almond milk?
I could have,
I prefer almond milk to low fat milk.
but I like the vanilla almond milk. If I'm gonna get it almond milk, I'm gonna get it vanilla flavored, and then it's got sugar.
That's against the rules.
Mason
What?
jars for when you're trying to class up milk.
Hey, I drink everything out of mason jars, and you leave me be.
I hate to do
maybe stop drinking specifically milk out of mason jars.
No, I'm gonna keep drinking my mason jars of tepid milk.
If you would if you look at Tim,
stop
and
calling it tepid milk too, please.
Bring me more tepid milk, please.
If you would
tepid milk, ma'am, in your
if you would put Tim in a lineup and with people, and you would say, pick the man that drinks milk out of mason jars. That's the man right there. That's that man. And they would point right at Tim. He's that man. And I hate to do the hack bit of like, ooh, the first person, but who was the first person to milk a cow? Like, who thought to do that?
A starving person. It had to be someone who thought they were gonna die. Kate's pointing at herself in the green room.
Do you think because I hate to say this, but milking people were a thing. It's a survival tactic. Do you think somebody was like, wow, we milk my wife all the time. We could probably milk that cow.
I imagine somebody eventually put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, or they just saw baby cows.
That's what I mean.
Eating milk.
Yeah.
And they said, I guess I'll try it.
Yeah.
So the joke's on me, is what you're saying.
So you tell me they just guessed there was something in there.
Yeah. Of all the things on animals, the udder looks like it is filled with something.
I'm more interested in the inverse of how often in history people tried to milk things that should not and could not have been milked.
Everything's been milked at least once in this world.
Yeah.
You think every tree branch, every rock, they milked it.
Do you think as a form of like a prank or like a ruse, people tried to milk each other?
I hope. No,
it's like a prank.
I don't know.
I know. I'm trying to imagine the aftermath of this prank.
Oh,
that was immediately my brain jumped to. Like, wow, I was just fooling.
No, go over there.
Trying to get a little milk on.
There's a birthday party, but go over and milk Nana. Nobody's expecting it.
Oh, milked you, Nana.
Oh, I milked Nana. This is a children's program.
Jesus.
Is it?
Joe Abram. Tyler didn't get the memo that tonight's apparently glad plaid night. Okay.
We didn't actually coordinate our outfits, but
I'm out here in plaid all the time, baby.
One difference is between the two gentlemen. One has clavicle showing, and one does not.
Well, he's got an undershirt on, so it must be cold in there.
No, I keep this wrapped up tight, baby.
Truska brings up a good point. How bad was it for the
It reminds me of
Cool.
That's what I'm talking about.
God. What's the Woody Harrelson movie with bowling?
Oh, Kingpin.
Yeah.
That's one of the funniest ones. Where it's like, couldn't milk the cows. Got your bull though, and he's got like an overflowing bucket, and he's drinking it. And when he takes the shoes off the horse, he cuts their entire hooves off.
What is Burns?
I saw a girl. Tyler, I saw a girl at Burnside Plantation spill soup so hot onto her leg that it melted off her skin and she had to go to the hospital.
What?
It's somebody who we all know also, but I'm not going to tell you about it.
No.
Share the link, folks. Share the link.
They had us making our own soup. The kids, they're like, oh, here's how they made soup in the frontier, you guys. But we're cooking it over an open fire. It's boiling. And they're like, which of you 8-year-olds would like some homemade boiling soup?
Yes.
And then they put it in those shitty styrofoam bowls that just go like, whoom. As soon as you put any soup in it, boom.
What was her?
They gave it to the girl, and it all over her legs. Mom and Dad were there. It was a Cub Scout thing.
Mom, you were there.
What place is this? Where is this?
Burnside Plantation. They gave us
you probably went.
The wooden rings, and they said, "Go hit your hoops.
What?
Drink the soup."
I remember being there, or you know what? This might have been one of the from third grade to like senior year, there were field trips, but I never was allowed to go on field trips.
What? Why?
Because you were the danger, or?
Well, because I just had bad grades, or the teachers would take away the privileges for the field trips. All right, we want to.
Everybody's been there.
Jesus
Everybody's
Christ!
been there.
What didn't we learn at Burnside Plantation?
Oh, I kind of remember that churning butter. Yeah, okay, maybe I know where you guys are talking about.
I was like, oh wait, that triggers me.
I'm like, sorry, did you say butter?
Yeah, I was lost until you said we churn butter.
Yeah.
All right, should we bring in the gal? Should we bring in our steam colleague? We got a movie to talk
We gave
about.
her the 10 minutes. We gave her the 10 minutes.
We are talking. I do have a confession to make, and I proved myself right.
I don't know what you proved. I immediately found it from my end.
Wait, I do have to say this. Is it The Bride or just Bride?
The Bride, but it should find it either way.
I put in the word bride. It's verifiable. Yeah. You saw the photo.
But did you see my picture, Tim? Share it.
No.
Show it. Prove
I
it.
didn't see your picture.
Well, you're not looking for it.
You didn't send it.
I sent it to the Trinity chat.
I have a phone. Kate
yes,
has a phone.
that's right. That's right, folks. There is a
bring Kate in. Bring Kate. I'm tired of your bullshit. You're on that bullshit again. Bring her in.
All right. I know where this is headed. This show's heading down a
bring her in.
That I don't want, but here she is. You love her and you hate her. They're gonna team up on me tonight, folks. So stay by your keyboards. It's the queen of the nation. It's Kate Hughes.
Woo! I don't see any messages. I have quite a few. They don't have any from Tyler.
Trinity chat. It's in the Trinity chat. I don't want to say it.
Tim, did he leave it on this phone? Is that what happened?
Let me check.
Why we didn't get the
Honey, it's actually the Trinity.
All right.
It's the Trinity chat with Garrett in it. So
yeah.
Oh, you sent it to a Facebook chat.
Yes.
You texted it to us.
Well, you know how I am. I'm off the grid, so things are confusing.
Texts and chats and like
chatting. I just
Send
got
a telegram.
Phone,
it's freaking cyberspace, man.
It's freaking me out, man.
You guys are fucking slaves, man.
Yeah, man.
Biodigital jazz, man.
You put in The Bride.
I like these.
And that made all the difference.
Oh, hey,
very nice. Good job.
Hey, thank you.
No.
Let me see if the same thing happens to me.
Fix my whole lighting problem over here.
If you put in just Bride, you know what? I'm gonna show the nation if you don't mind.
Guys,
please do, Tim.
Show the nation here.
I have a funny story to tell you, and you have to let me know when we have time to do it. When you're not going to interrupt.
All right. Well,
how many 15-minute sections do we need?
Hey, you can start right now and say.
Time me. But he's going to interrupt me at I know he's going to.
Hold on. I'm just showing the nation something here. Can we all see this?
Brides of Dracula.
So we're on the Peacock search page. Now, if you just look up.
He did it to himself.
Bride.
Yeah, I love the idea that you weren't willing to try a secondary search.
And you get Brides of Dracula.
I feel like I did do. Bride.
Hey, it's enough. Look at this.
It's enough, boss.
If you do The Bride, like I did,
oh, that went
really
on
really
long.
That's a long one.
I got scared.
I had to wait until it was all over.
He had to show us. He had to
you know what?
I
will take 30% of the blame, but what I did was
I wish you'd take all of it.
I clicked on. I just assumed that was the
I would
movie.
take all of it. Actually, I feel bad because Tyler didn't watch it. I feel like it's my fault. That's the kind of person I am. I'll take the blame.
Tyler, this is hilarious. I need to tell you what movie you did watch. It appears to be a Hammer horror movie, which is like a British studio from the 60s.
Yeah, dude, I hated that movie a lot.
So I like some of these movies, but they're way boring compared to the original like 30s ones that I told you guys to watch. Yeah. And this one, by the way,
the real one, I think.
Yeah, you probably did. Tyler watched one where listen to this. So Christopher Lee, a famous actor that most of you probably know, he's in the Lord of the Rings movies. He was in the Star Wars prequels. He played Dracula in these old Hammer horror movies, and you watched a sequel to one of those movies that he's not even in.
Yeah,
they just bring him up twice.
I'm gonna be honest. I watched about 10 minutes of it and wanted to get my iPhone back in up to speed.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I never turned the television on. I never watched it.
Yeah. I liked at first. I texted Kate and I was like, I do not know about this one. Yeah. And then by the end, I thought it was pretty good. Like I thought it was awesome. It has nothing to do with the Bride of Frankenstein.
Nothing.
But that's what's funny about it. I think that's really.
I know she's like in the last 30 seconds of the movies. What's up, Q?
Q's in the house. Hey Tim, a lot of milk talk in the chat.
I see there's a lot of milk talk, and you know what? The boy drinks his milk sometimes.
Oh, hey, I forgot about the milk talk. I think I tried to block it out when you were milking my grandmother. Disgusting.
Sorry about that.
It's fine. It
Yeah,
happens.
she asked.
She's hot. I get it. She likes it.
Tim, Kate's friend Tim, come over here and help Annette. Milk me, please.
That's the grossest
Would
thing.
you milk an old lady in her time of need?
And what's cool about that? Every wedding I go to, I bring my grandma.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, right.
She's my
For the
date.
wedding
You know how it
favor,
is.
Set her
Man,
up
it needs
like
milking.
the chocolate fountain.
She's my plus
kid.
one. No big
Yeah.
deal. I'm still cool. Okay. So
Grab a Dixie cup and go over to Grammy.
who's
Gross.
thirsty?
So good. So oat milk, Tim. That's the best. It's
This
like,
might be, you know what I was thinking the last time I
It's
took it
creamy.
this week? It smells a little bit like oatmeal. Maybe it's oat milk I'm drinking.
You don't know the
oh,
type
how
of
do you
milk?
not know, Tim?
I looked at the calories,
How
the
do you not know?
protein, the carbs.
You didn't look at the
nothing
title?
else.
You didn't look at the title
I
of
saw some kind of milk.
You
Oh,
can't
man.
oat. You can't milk an oat.
it?
I saw some kind of milk and it was
You
enough for me,
could.
baby.
You can milk anything. I heard that part at least once. You can milk anything once.
At least once. Twice you start.
Yeah.
Tim, do you want to time me for this story? It's
I
not
wasn't
long.
going- I forgot about that bit, but I like it.
Okay, but because I want to talk about the movie more, but I have to tell you this because I think it's
Okay, we have
hysterical.
all damn night.
Goat milk.
right?
No,
For
you'll know when it's goat milk. I can assure you that doesn't taste like any of the other milks. Okay.
Let
so
me tell you something about goat milk, my old boy.
Listen.
You'll know when you get it.
Wait.
Yes.
Okay. Did you see my
Listen to
shirt?
The vegan on the milk.
I'm talking about milk. Okay. Look at my shirt. Don't
Yeah.
say what you think it is.
Somebody's milking the city right there, right? Somebody
I
milking
don't
it.
know what
You
I
got
think
it?
so. Yeah.
You don't? I got it from Amsterdam. Maybe that would help you.
Somebody's rolling the joint up.
You're not supposed to say. what
I
you
just
think it
asked
is.
him not to say it, right?
Oh.
You
You
said
only
it.
request. Okay.
Got
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Okay. So we go to this shop in Amsterdam. Now, Garrett, he does it all the time. We can't stop him. We tried to.
Come jokes in the night shows. The highbrow program, everybody.
Make the children leave. So Garrett, I got stuck in Amsterdam for just a little bit. Quit trust is guessing. When the pandemic started. No big deal. I
I was like,
I'm here
I
every
was
week.
loving
I
it,
know
man.
what I'm here
know.
for.
Sorry, Garrett.
You don't have to apologize.
You signed up for it, man.
This is what I'm here for you to tell me you got fired and in a car accident and
Yeah.
whatever other things happened.
So I did. I got stuck there during the pandemic. Anyway, we go to this shop and they have these really cool t-shirts. And I was like, oh, I picked this one. This is one I wanted. And my
Yeah.
girlfriend's like, I want my best friend. And she goes, which one did you get? And I go, oh, the one that's snapping Amsterdam. And that's what I thought.
You thought it was snapping it.
I thought it was.
I
did.
mean, I guess it's more loving to do what the shirt is doing than snapping it in half.
No, I just like it's a party. Like a party's gonna start. Woo!
You were right.
I know,
In
but
that regard.
In a way, you're right, but also you're very wrong as well.
then I
I don't know
felt
how
really
you can do-
stupid. I felt really stupid. That's really the end of the story.
Oh, that wasn't that bad.
Okay, I told you it was a quick one. So I was in my closet today and I found it, and I was looking at my pictures from Amsterdam.
What I love about Kate is Tim goes, that wasn't that bad. So then she adds more to the story.
I'm like, I need to make it bad. Okay, that's it. That's it. But I took so many pictures when I was in Amsterdam, and I never got a chance to look at them until last night. So
My
now I'm
mom-
like,
My
in
mom was with you,
Amsterdam.
Kate. She thought it was somebody texting the city.
So,
Yeah.
you can't snap the city or text it, folks.
and it's
It's
know
a
those parties.
Or you can roll it up and smoke that boy.
You can't roll it up and smoke.
Oh,
Yeah,
but you
how
can
was
milk
Amsterdam?
my grandmother. You can milk my grandmother, but you can't snap a city.
That should be
Oh,
on that.
Nana,
That should be like a bumper sticker, I think.
We should make
Garrett,
that.
we're gonna.
milk my Nana.
I want to know though before we get into this. How's home ownership going?
Oh, pretty well. Pretty well.
Doesn't
Things are
sound
good.
convincing.
All right. Thank you.
Did
I love it.
Did you
I
get
mean-
any leaks? Any leaks yet?
Yeah, thankfully no updates. No leaks, dude. It rained so hard this week, and I've become a maniac now that I own this house brand new. I literally all day long, I was just going to every little corner of the house, being like, "You leaking?" Just inspecting it for
Leak on me. Don't
Yeah,
milk
Wait,
on me.
Garrett, I don't want to put this in your mind in case it's not there already. And I have
Put
a
it in my
feeling
mind,
it's
Tim.
not.
Put it in my mind. Don't.
No,
put it-
because you don't own. You'll wreck your home.
But I don't want Tim. I don't want it to go to Garrett. Give it to me.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I have gone
welcome,
through.
Garrett.
I'm not done yet,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
but I've gone through almost every floorboard, I've knocked on every part of every wall.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Anything that I can.
Garrett, if you didn't know that.
I took the whole ceiling out of my basement. There was like a drop ceiling type of thing, but it was like from the 30s, so it's like an old press board thing. I tore it all out with a hammer, looking for secrets and treasures. And I haven't found anything yet.
Garrett is legitimately scared. He's like,
Garrett, your house is as old as mine is, and there's treasures in it.
Hysterical.
I imagine
the challenge that is next. Kate, you said you would probably help me with this. It's in your fireplace, there's a little thing on the floor, and you open it up and you push the ashes in down the chute, and it goes into your basement in like this big basin in the wall. And they say that's where the old folks used to hide their silver. But you got to get in there, and it's full of ashes. So you have to shop back it out. You're going to be very dirty, but I think it's going to be a big payoff.
He finds like a dime. He's like, look, everybody,
25
years have gone by.
He just finds a pack of teeth.
Your grandmother left.
I told you I got those teeth one time.
You found?
Did I tell you that? I got those teeth.
Oh, man.
No.
What?
Not from that kid.
I feel like I remember if you said,
"Hey, teeth from that kid." Her name was Dakota. Do you remember?
No, you're lying.
Every time the sentence gets longer, it gets crazier.
Like,
you keep like starting it over and adding.
Like, remember when I killed that person?
I thought for sure I told Tyler this at least. It was I bought a storage unit, and the storage unit had a bureau, and I open it up.
Yeah.
And inside of it, it's full of syringes, bent spoons, meth, just loose meth, crystal meth, and a jar of teeth.
I thought you were going to say milk for sure.
Yeah, fresh, ice cold milk somehow.
Crazy.
It's the weirdest. That would make it the weirdest part.
You're like, that's when I knew.
Clearly, somebody didn't drink enough milk.
So the teeth said Dakota teeth, and they were clearly kids' teeth, but there was just drugs and needles and bent spoons all over.
I love that.
I take it out, and there's some pictures behind it, and it's pictures of a.
I love the idea of like the drug addict mother who's like super strung out, but also still like lets the tooth fairy like, still lets the kid believe in the tooth fairy. Like it's very on like up like
just shooting up, but also
but we'll honor the tooth fairy.
Yeah. You and I both know it.
But there were a bunch of pictures with like the mom, dad, and the kid. It was really weird. I threw it.
That's creepy.
The teeth, I believe, I still have somewhere, just in case.
How do you know it was free?
Just in case.
Free meth.
Like they were trying to give it away.
I found. Well, okay. I do have a question for you because I'm not skilled in the language of drugs. I'm not allowed to ask any more questions. I knew we had a teeth joke.
Emboldened.
Angela.
Yeah. Now I don't remember.
What's your question?
I don't remember now.
Chris, we threw the meth away.
Yeah.
It was probably a good amount of meth. Like
wait, where do you put the meth? Up your nose.
Shoot it in your veins or put it in your nose. Either one. That's one, Kate.
Okay.
Or smoke it.
So many options.
You can smoke it too. That's one of the ways they do it.
Wait, this was my question. Does meth look like cocaine? Would I be able to tell the difference?
No, you can't.
You'd be able to tell.
You can't milk meth, Kate. For the
I mean like by looking at it with my eyes.
Yeah, cocaine looks like you've seen
white
the
powder?
movies, right? It's white.
White powder.
And meth. See, you should also know he may be watching tonight. I was with a friend who was currently
Anna.
Who is exactly Anna? Exactly. They can get you in and out of certain clothes. Let's just say. And but anyhow, I was with a friend who was an ex-heroin addict. So he knew all about which drugs are which. He was with me and he goes, "That's a lot of meth." It's like we all know him. We all know who
I've seen meth before. This looks like a lot of it.
And we did dispose of it. So anyway, I kept the teeth, got rid of the meth, sold the contents of the storage unit for a tidy profit.
Oh, good for you.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I also then I must have found cocaine because it's a white powder in a pouch in my backyard.
Was it baking soda? Was someone like borrowing some baking soda for a cake?
I was out walking my cats and I was like, "What is this?" And I just it's like this plastic thing and I pull it out and it's large. It was probably like this big with a burned top on it. It was plastic.
Well, you probably threw away a lot of drugs there.
I called the cops. I gave it to them.
You called the cops?
Yeah.
Weird.
The universe gave you drugs and you called the cops?
I snapped the universe.
Yeah. You narked on the universe.
I did.
Weird move.
I thought, why is that weird? I wouldn't.
This is years ago.
Yeah, this was years ago. Also, remember when they were just leaving drugs everywhere?
Mm-hmm. Back in the heyday, as they
Hey,
call it.
you saw what'd the cops say?
They said something weird, like alluding to the fact that if they were to find more, where would they look for it, kind of thing. Like they were going to sell it. I shouldn't say that.
Yeah, you never
I'm going
know.
to
You
jail.
never know. Yeah, I mean,
They were weird. They came up to my door and they're like, "Hey, we're the cops."
Yeah.
Like,
They were
cops
dancing,
here.
cops are here to do
Cops
the
here.
putting
arresting.
the clothes up,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Here's the cocaine." Woo!
And then they got rid of it somehow.
And then they left. I think
I'm
they
just glad they get it
were
off the
probably
streets, you know?
strippers.
Garrett, what's the weirdest thing you've ever found?
This show.
The weirdest thing I've ever found?
Yeah.
Oh God, I don't know.
Like in public.
Why are you making this harder?
What's the weirdest thing you ever
Secret
found in
time.
public?
In secret time.
I don't want to have to
Weird
keep
things not
asking.
in private. What's your private stuff?
Put it to the nation. What's the nation? What's the weirdest thing you guys have found? Like on a walk, or it could be in your own home. I don't give a shit.
You guys ever find
I know Paul
winning lottery tickets, like instant lottery tickets?
All found a dead body, right?
on a dead body.
Was it his friend? Kate.
Yeah.
Just keeps laughing at him for some reason.
Paul's so cool. He
I
did it the
found like,
best.
I think $20 bill was a pretty cool find. Nothing weird though.
I found
Yeah, wait.
$100.
You asked me if I found anything interesting, and your answer to that question
It was
found
money.
a $20 bill.
$20.
I haven't found.
If that's the
anything-
level you're looking for, I got stories. but-
Yeah, I found
Yeah.
some gum.
yeah.
I found a shoe.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm saying is I haven't found anything really worth nothing noteworthy.
I've found a lot of underwear outside.
Like
A
men
lot?
or women.
I mean, it's
Like,
mine.
what is a lot?
Mine,
Garrett,
but
Garrett, what
I
about
find
you,
it
Garrett?
outside now.
Garrett, what about you? Do you have any? Do you have any better things than Kate?
No, I've not found things better than a lot of underwear.
I feel like Philadelphia is like a.
You guys haven't found teeth.
Oh,
once.
well,
you
so
haven't found drugs once.
I did, Tim. I found drugs, and I called them.
Kate, you found drugs
I
once.
just told you, I
Yes, but
found
no
drugs.
teeth though.
I'll look. I'll keep looking.
See if you can scrounge up a couple teeth, and then we'll
I'm
be in.
sure I
we'll be
can
in
find.
some
Wait,
business.
so can it be in somebody's house? Like, can I?
Yeah.
Can I be like
or their
the
mouth.
old-
You can
The
be in their
old
mouth.
like, I got to go to the bathroom. Where is it? And then also, where's your bedroom? And then I go in and go through their stuff and find the baby teeth.
Yeah.
That's fine, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I do. How do you think Dakota's teeth got all gathered up?
Got it.
Some
got
good
it.
Samaritan.
Oh, I can't wait to find my teeth.
Gang, share the link.
Share the link, folks.
If you could share the link, share it to
We're getting-
Honest Trav, share it all over the place. Get it out.
I shared it.
to
I
the
shared it.
people.
I'll tell you what, we're getting ripped
Facebook
on
changed
here.
something where
We're
you
getting
can't
ripped
just
on.
push the
Is it
numbers.
more
anymore.
milk stuff?
Joe Aiden was telling people that-
Joe.
Aiden saying people are dropping like flies tonight. I
Oh
love
my
these things.
god!
All right. So, what are you? Oh, you want me to tell you my notes? Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
hey guys, did we like this movie? I need to know. I love this movie. I think this movie is super fun, and
I
like
liked it.
for a movie from 1934 is like really goofy and weird and wild. It's a ton of fun.
I would have liked it, I'm sure.
I don't think he would have. So there's that Frankenstein movie that makes fun of the Frankenstein movie, and
Young
it's
Frankenstein, yeah,
It's Young Frankenstein,
yeah,
and I've seen that. So for
Yes.
me to see this first,
yeah.
I feel like it's a comedy the whole time.
It kind of
This movie is a
funny,
comedy,
though.
for sure.
This is a funny one too.
It is funny.
Okay. So
I
it
wasn't
is
sure if
a
it was
comedy.
purposely funny.
It's funny.
But then by the time like Frankenstein is doing like goofy shit and like
He's
and,
fucking
like,
smoking.
playing, I'm like,
and,
okay.
yeah.
It was when he was smoking. That
Yeah.
was the moment that
Oh.
I was like, this is a joke movie.
Yeah.
I didn't because I texted my dad.
I didn't
Yeah.
know
He wasn't
this
alive in
was-
1935 either, but he was older than me, as you can imagine. And I was like,
Your
is
dad's
Brad
older than you?
I knew
Twice
Kate was
as
gonna.
old.
I knew Kate was gonna do
okay,
that.
twice as old?
That's insane.
Twice as old. And I was
So-
like, is this movie supposed to
Wonder
be
how that
funny, or is
Yeah.
it just like, am I misreading? It's like, no, it was like that before they started making movies like that. It was like
Yeah.
one of the first. So people didn't necessarily even know what they were watching
yeah.
because it was a type of comedy that we do all the time now, but not then.
So it's also Kate. So it's like it's
Got
not
it.
satirical the way that like Young Frankenstein is, right? Like Young
Right.
Frankenstein is kind of a satire of these Frankenstein movies, but also this
Right.
whole like era of these movies or whatever. but this movie is like fun. It is supposed to be funny. Like it's trying to be. Dr. Pretorius is one of my favorite movie characters ever.
You know what that means?
He's insane. He's what does his name mean?
7 deadly sins.
Oh, really? That's so funny. I just think he's
what a little fact.
He's so funny. He's such a crazy character. And there's that old woman who's like in this director. She's in a bunch of his movies. Uda something.
Oh,
The main old lady.
Yep. And she
could even tell she was screwing around too. Like you could tell she wasn't being serious. Like
no,
see, I took it so seriously.
Oh, that's funny.
Because she would do like and then run away and be like, "There's no way she's overacting to that degree, right?"
No, yeah, it's definitely.
But it's old. So sometimes they do that kind of shit.
They do that thing.
I should have warned you guys that is like when you start watching this movie, you feel like you're like, yeah, this is what 1930s movies are. Right. They're this big, heightened, I am acting.
Yeah.
But like it is doing that on purpose. Like they are sort of all overperforming a little bit.
Sometimes
and, like,
I do that on purpose. Also.
Turning it into a cartoon. It also this director, James Whale, he is one of the early. He was like he was an out gay man. Like way before that was like an thing to be. The guy that directed
Jimmy Whale.
Jimmy Whale was a gay guy.
Jimmy Whale.
Got it. Wales.
The guy that directed this, and he directed The Invisible Man as well. He directed a movie called The Old Dark House. So he was like out before it was like okay to be out, and his movies all have this like very sort of subversive kind of like counterculture-y like undertone to them. I think because of that.
I have to rewatch it now. I feel like I have to go back.
It was when I texted
because you found out the director's gay.
Now I have to know.
I got to look at it again.
I was
looking at it with straight eyes.
It's crazy because like now that you say it, that line where it's the Bride of Frankenstein, it's the woman and they're reanimating her, and the guy goes, "Hey, wouldn't it be better if his was a hot dude?" That actually makes a lot more sense. As I thought, why would they say that?
Why in the world would they say that?
That seems completely out of place for this movie.
Tyler, remember that line?
I gotta rewatch it.
I want to rewatch it. No, but I mean, I didn't realize these were all jokes. There are a couple things that I knew. So the bride, I think, is very interesting. Bride of Frankenstein. She comes in 4 minutes 19 seconds, I believe, is left of the film. Yeah. And she's like, here I am. And her hair is held back with like horse wire. I don't know if you knew that. She's 5'4". Horse wire. A lot of horse stuff going on in this movie. She's 5'4". They put her on stilts, so she's 7 feet tall. And she was wrapped so tightly with the bandages that she couldn't bend her arms, and she had to be carried around the studio. So she had to eat out of a straw.
Out of a feed bag.
Well, now I gotta go watch the movie. Now that I know that.
See?
It's the woman I wrote down horsewire.com just so you guys know. I don't know what kind of dating site it is, but it's one of them. And I also know what kind it is.
The Dr. Frankenstein, he was in an accident, a horse accident, and he broke his legs.
Typical.
So most of his scenes are filmed while he's sitting down.
Yes. He also died shortly after this movie.
Did he die?
When they say...
Related?
I do think it had something to do with like he didn't recover from that injury well, but he like they say he's sick in the movie, and it's because he's like actually sick. And so they just like he's
like, I need to sleep for real.
He's like sitting down through most of the movie.
I just want to quickly if we did a poll of how many times we mention horses in this show,
it's a horse show.
We'd feel a little bit worried.
Horses, apes, birds.
Oh, what was I going to say? I had another one.
Well, the woman that plays the bride at the end is the woman who plays Mary Shelley at the beginning of the movie.
Yes.
I think her name's like Elsa Lanchester or something like that.
I'm not going to remember her name.
She is who came up with all of the performative things about the character of the bride, the way she like moves her head and stuff.
Yeah.
She's like imitating a swan, I guess.
Like, she said because of the hissing. Like.
Yeah. And so, like, I do think it's like she's only in the last 5 minutes of the movie, which I do think is disappointing when you're watching a movie called Bride of Frankenstein.
The Bride of Frankenstein. Yeah.
But she really turns this sort of like paper thin idea into like an interesting, like horrific kind of character moment, I think, by giving her some actual life, which is cool.
Oh, yeah. And I remember what I was going to say, the girl that fell in the very beginning.
Yeah.
It's people that are pushing people and people jumping. Or the guy in the very beginning.
Yeah.
He broke his hip when he jumped in the thing. Yeah. And he was swimming around. They didn't know it when they got him out. He was like, something,
There's so
Something's wrong
many
with my hip.
horrible injuries from old movies. Like they didn't have any props. They're just like, well, jump in the well.
Yeah, I mean, this
You're
is
a
all
movie star, aren't you? Jump in the well.
You get
This
paid
is
for
all
it.
pre unions and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they just, if
Yeah.
there's a stunt, there's no stunt actor.
I
That's
thought it
just
You're
like
getting
art.
paid hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
Jump in the well.
Come on.
Maybe.
I
Yeah.
thought it was pre-comedy also, so I have to go back.
Incorrect.
Honestly.
Yeah. No, this
Yeah.
movie's definitely funny. Like, I love that scene where he's like with the blind guy and learning to talk and drink and smoke. It's
Or even-
really
Or
funny.
even when they catch him and they put him in prison and they chain him up and they're banging the chains down
Oh.
and everybody's watching and the police chief just goes, listen, we don't have all day for this kind of thing. All right, we got to get out of here. And like they captured Frankenstein and they just do, we don't have all day. We gotta go, boys. And they all
And then
leave.
he's immediately exploding doors. Like,
Yeah.
just like, it's so good. They also, something that made me laugh this time is he's like, you watch him explode a bunch of doors, and then once like Pretorius meets him and he like uses him as bait at Frankenstein's house or whatever, the monster carefully opens a window to like go inside and capture his wife. It really made me laugh.
Is Gene Wilder's hair supposed to be mocking Pretorius's hair?
I think
Because
so,
there's a
yeah.
scene where he's sitting at a desk with his lab coat on and he's sort of writing, and that's an exact scene in Young Frankenstein, like where his hair's all mussed up to the side, and I almost wonder if that scene's even replicated on purpose.
Probably. I mean, the scene with the blind guy isn't Gene Hackman is in Young Frankenstein doing that whole scene basically for comedy. Yeah. In Young Frankenstein, there's there's like that police officer that has the arm that like comes off. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
He's got like the wooden arm or whatever. That's literally a thing from a Frankenstein sequel. There's a Frankenstein movie called Son of Frankenstein, and there just is an actor in that movie that has a wooden arm, and he's constantly pulling it on and off in the background of scenes.
Oh, that's fun. Is that a good movie or is it terrible? It sounds.
It's fine.
Yeah.
A lot of the later Universal movies are fine. Like, I like these movies because the other thing I like about this one in particular, and a lot of them have this, which is cool, is like the set design and the costumes and the black and white photography in this are beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, I love that scene where the monster is like
Outside
walking
of the
up
window?
hill.
Oh.
No, we can talk about that.
I wanted us to say the same thing at the same time.
No,
Go ahead.
Mm.
Sorry.
he's like walking up the hill and it's like a graveyard and there's just all those like oddly shaped graves.
Oh,
The camera's kind of cocked to the side. It's like it's a beautiful shot. I love it.
That's
Take
nice.
it down. Take it all down.
Garrett, how about the one I was thinking, the one where
Drop.
he's standing outside of the big window. He's like going to go in and kidnap the lady,
Yes.
and the light on his face, even though he's a hideous monster. I like that. And that was a nice
It's a
shot.
beautiful movie, and
Yeah.
it's influenced by like a lot of German expressionism. That's like all the weird angles in the houses and
Mhm.
stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of like big shadows cast
Talk
across
to me about
things.
this German. I didn't know Germans had any expressionism.
Very funny.
What-
It's a serious question.
Oh, is it?
There's,
I mean, Kate, shut up.
Oh, got it. Yes, boss.
there's a bunch of early silent
No,
movies.
don't answer it, Garrett.
All right, sorry.
Do you know that the body count was down to 10? It was 21 in the first go round of this film, but they had to like cut it back
Too violent.
by 11. I did the math. That's how many they took out. 11.
That's interesting. Because I mean, one of the things that makes this movie work is that the monster's kind of like sympathetic over the course of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta be, right? You're like this burn victim that can't talk anymore with this.
Remember,
you gotta be empathetic.
You two, not you, Kate. These guys in high school.
Hell
As a
yeah.
kid, we had Frankenstein as a play in 8th or 9th grade, I forget. And one of our friends was Frankenstein, and one of his lines was like "friend, friend, friend," and it
Talented
totally
kid.
backfired on him because people
Nerf.
it did not even backfire.
Nerf.
He was just doing his part, and people gave him shit for that. Do you remember what I'm talking about? Do you remember when we all had to go to this thing? I'm not going to say his name.
Tim,
Say his name.
I was in that
Name,
play. I
name.
played Dr.
I'm
Frankenstein in
Garrett.
that play.
Yeah, okay. Well, then you know who played Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Yes,
I know
and
who
people
played the
gave him
monster.
the friend shit.
Wait a minute. Are
forever.
you for real right now?
Can I get a
Yeah,
hint of
Garrett
who
was
it
also the crazy doctor in Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah, it was what the hell's his name? The Steve Martin character. Yeah. Little
Yeah.
Shop.
Oh my goodness. How did I not know this about you?
Yeah, I
Come
did a
on.
lot of musical theater growing up. Yeah.
Stick around, Kate. Let me get to know the man. Do I? I do vaguely remember that, but I can't picture the person.
Best friend Frankenstein. Oh, well, Joe Abraham asked about the end of this thing, how the kids turn out. But luckily, Joe, this chick, talk about equal rights. Oh, and that was another thing. All the men are like, "Shut up" to the ladies. Shut up. I was like,
you shut the hell up.
I was like, that's pretty. That's
these
a
old
lot.
movies that is like a constant, just like
shut up. And
yeah.
she's like, oh.
I couldn't tell if in this movie though, because like old movies they're serious, but I couldn't tell if this movie was making a joke of that too. Like, look how stupid this guy is.
Yeah,
I hope so.
I think so.
But, so she comes in 4 minutes 19 left to the movie. She does her like hissing and everything, and Frankenstein's like, he's like, I want to make a baby, and she's like, you're disgusting. So then he's like, I'm gonna blow us up then. So
end of movie.
And then they blow up. So, but that monster, the Bride of Frankenstein, was was like one of the monsters like that's ever been written, the only monster that's ever been written that hasn't killed anybody. Did you know that?
No, that's interesting.
But
I don't know. He gave some pretty good. Oh wait, you're talking about the Bride.
The Bride.
Never mind.
She was only alive for 3 minutes. How can you do many murders? If she had had a longer lifespan, I think she would have killed more.
We have a lieutenant. We have a lieutenant in the nation that has. He's getting antsy with a question. He wants to know: did Garrett play?
I know.
well
Yeah. Yes, Chris. I did. Yes.
And he says Garrett Smith. Like we
Yes.
we're ignoring the man.
Yeah. The name that I use is my name. Yes.
Do you have an alias?
Yeah.
In the Clicking and Screaming Army. That's what we should call him.
Petrushka has to be like a major or something.
Oh,
right?
Petrushka's
like
the
higher.
Oh, he's
a
the
general.
Yeah.
I don't know Army ranks.
I think General is the biggest, isn't it?
It's the big boy.
Anyway, Garrett, back to the movie. So they say that this woman, they said that she may have killed this guy by suicide because he couldn't have her. She didn't want him.
She killed him by suicide. Like
he killed himself.
Oh.
Yeah, she's like, get out of here. He's like, I want to marry you. And she's like, I don't think so.
There is a we probably did. Your name is very familiar to me, Chris, but so that's got to be why.
Chris, why don't you just call Garrett after the show? It seems weird. You guys can go out on a date or something.
Specific personal questions.
What's his favorite color? Ask him. Ask Garrett.
He's a green guy, I would say.
What's his favorite food? Does he like chocolate? I think you're going out on a date with this guy, Garrett. Sorry about that.
It'll be his bio on Horsewire.
No big deal.
We have 24 levels of horse matching on horsewire.com.
That's it. Yeah.
It's like Tinder.
I met my horse on Horsewire. He's got his arm over him.
They do have farmers only.
Yeah.
It's Uber, but horses. You could like request a horse to come pick you up.
You know what? They probably would do that because it's like outside. You know?
It's Uber, but horses.
Oh, Quatressa wants to be an admiral. Yes.
Okay.
I agree with that in the army. We should have people try out. All right, what are our characters? I want to be in the back.
What?
At the desk in the army.
Okay.
Oh, you don't want to be like, you don't want to be ranked? You don't want to be like
Nah.
with Anna as an assassin?
I want to be in a safe place.
Yeah, she's a 3rd degree secretary. And then you can get 2nd and 1st degree as you work on.
Yeah.
She'll be the Jack Reacher character where we keep her in like the office until shit goes bad.
Yeah.
And she's actually an assassin.
Yeah.
Well, she wears a bomb vest to work every day anyway, just in case.
No big deal.
In case things go sideways. Guys.
Yeah.
Petrushka says, Garrett, do you like all
that? Yeah.
Chat's really turned, hasn't it?
There's horses again. Yeah. I don't know.
Jesus, Garrett seems like folks. Don't
I like
the nation loves. I mean,
what?
They're dressed similarly.
I do feel like the flannel would be the nation's army uniform.
The flannel?
Flannel.
I was thinking, I don't know, a V-neck shirt.
I wear a lot of flannel. What is flannel? Exactly.
I've never seen you wear flannel once.
Me?
Serious? Not one time.
No,
Tyler, I've seen you wear a lot of flannel.
Picture I can show you.
Big flannel guy.
Every time I
this is plaid. I think Garrett's is flannel. Is that correct, Garrett?
This is, I think, just plaid as well. This is not a true flan.
We're just plaid boys.
Not a true flan.
Where's a couple of plaid boys?
Just a bit of plaid, no flan.
How about if we have a whole
plaid, no flan
uniform? Like,
well, we have the nation army, but we could have the nation navy.
It's true.
The nation coast guard.
Yeah.
You could have a whole fleet. The nation reserves.
Tim, and I think we have an eye patch and a codpiece. That's part of it. Has to be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
And a deep V.
deep
Garrett, have you
eye
ever-
patch codpiece.
Garrett, have you ever wore a codpiece or seen one in action?
I've seen one in action.
No.
You have?
No.
Really?
Oh.
No.
No one's ever seen one in action.
No.
Man, that
No
would be
living person.
Who
Except
and
for
when
From
would
Dusk
have
Till
an op-
Dawn.
Yeah.
Garrett, that's probably the most notable codpiece is Tom Savini's character
Oh,
from Dusk
God.
Till Dawn.
Dusk Till Dawn, yeah.
He's laying back and it has a 6-shooter inside.
Yep.
I don't know what that
Okay.
is.
A
A gun?
6-shooter?
Nope.
He's got a cod piece with a gun on it.
The gun?
That's
Yeah,
gotta
it's
be
the gun like a
fun.
cowboy gun where it's 6 bullets and it spins.
Sounds interesting.
You've seen movies with cowboys, right?
Oh, let me
Yeah.
tell you something. The other day when I was with these 2 kids and
You
they were
understand
talking
what a cowboy is, right?
they were talking about pears. The teacher's like this. All right, everybody, I want you to draw a pear. Now we've all seen a pear. We've all certainly eaten a pear. I
A
want
pair
you
of
all
what? Two of what?
of the fruit. And she's showing it.
Mhm.
And the one little boy is like, excuse me, Mrs. Johnson, I've never seen a pear. I was like, oh my God, this kid's an idiot. It's like, I've never seen one and I've never
You're
eaten
like, yes, Brian, your parents are divorced. We've heard it 1,000 times. And get over it. Get over their divorce.
Mom
just-
left. She didn't come back.
Yeah.
They've never had pears.
You've seen a pair. You're seeing one here
You've
today.
seen one on television. But can you imagine? But like, think about that. Think about, because there was a time before we didn't know pears.
That's true. We didn't know oranges. Those aren't native to our lands.
No,
You
but
try
I mean,
to blow my mind right now
what
with,
the hell
hey,
is going on
pears.
right now?
We didn't used to know what they are.
no, but I mean, like as a
Now we
Think
child,
about it.
Yeah.
Think
Now we-
about it, man.
the
But now we
first
can know
time,
them better. You know? We couldn't even, we've gotten to know them and it's been great, huh?
pear
Now that we
pie,
know the pears.
pear jam.
You
Yeah,
guys
but
really
like-
want to twist your noodle? You ever think about apples?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At one point, we didn't call them that.
It's true.
They
Yeah.
were just called something else.
True.
They were just called the bricks.
Get me
They didn't
fruit.
even know what bricks were. You get it?
On the boards.
Man.
No, but really, you're like that. You don't understand that. This kid's like, I've never seen
No,
a pear, and
We
I'm like,
get it. We get it.
okay,
I know
good.
what a pear is. I do understand it.
But before,
That's the best part of the whole thing. Do you understand? Like she's just talking to an.
Yeah.
do you guys get what I'm saying?
He has such
Alright.
severe
Can you,
autism.
can you follow
Do
the
you
logic?
understand what a pear is?
Yeah.
There was a time, if there were people on the moon, they would have no idea what a pear is.
They
And then
would
if you give
know.
it to them, they call it earth fruit.
And guess what?
They-
They didn't even know they were on the
Yeah.
moon. They had no idea.
Yeah, they
By the
thought
way-
they were on an earth of their own, man.
They thought it was called Earth, but they
You
didn't
never
know.
even described a pear in the midst of all of this, and we still all know what you're talking about. Like, you can stop asking if we
Yeah.
understand.
Okay, good.
A
Well, these
pear's a
kids,
weak fruit.
the
Can I
one
say
kid
that?
has never seen one
How
before.
old was
He,
the kid?
he was
How
6.
old was the boy?
The boy was 6. He should have seen a pear by now,
That's a,
I would think. Right?
Although I'll say this: I haven't eaten a pear in probably 2 years.
No one buys the pears, but the stores always have them. Somehow,
they're-
no one
Oh,
buys.
pears are
Who's
gross.
A pear eater.
Pears are gross.
Isn't she?
I like them when they're like, just about ready
Nice and
to.
plumpy.
Why would you eat a pear when you can eat an apple?
I love apples.
Or a
more.
potato? Why would you eat the thing that is somehow in between those two?
It is.
I
It
wouldn't.
is the filthy cousin
Oh,
of
you're
the
right.
apple and
You're right.
potato.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
just saying, these kids, they tell me things, and I'm like, you're so stupid. Like, how could you've never seen a pear?
Like,
Then this girl
What
today.
apple fucked a potato? Which one of you?
Weren't you complaining about exactly? Were we talking about exactly this, like in the beginning of the episode, about teachers that can't just like handle their students and are just like, you fucking idiot! Like, you don't know what a pear
You
is?
know
Go
what,
kick
you
rocks, you
bore?
dumb 8-year-old.
She's like, now we've all seen one. He's like, Mrs. Johnson, I've never seen a pear. And they're all like, I've never seen a pear before.
Shut up! I don't care what you haven't seen.
They're like, ah. They're like, scratch. They're doing this. They're doing this all day. Ha 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 ha.
Kate
Parents
can't,
don't
dis-
love you.
The
Kate
teacher's
can't
just
distinguish
talking.
Muppets from children.
It's really bad. So the girl today says, she's like, I was born smart. Why can't most people be born smart and we don't have to go to school? She's like, I know 4 + 4 is 8 and 1 + 1 is 2. I'm like,
Well,
you should let's
well,
get in the car.
should
Let's
now
get you a
forever, yeah.
job. It's a corporate executive if I've ever seen one before.
Smarter than a lot of.
Like 4 plus 4 is 8. Also 1 plus 1.
Yeah.
She's also the
That's
thing that
two.
she is smart about. She's
That's
not going
two.
outside of her level of expertise. Which
She's
is
not acting like she knows everything.
not like 10 times 4 is 6.
Here's the two things I know, and I know them go. I know.
Then
them
she
well.
said to me, she goes, "What's 10 times 2?" And I'm like, "I don't know. You tell me." She's like, "You tell me. What's 10 times 2?" And I said, "It's 20." She's like, "Now I know that."
Damn.
Damn, she is smart.
She's
Damn.
collecting information from me.
One
A
number at a
cunning
time.
little bit.
I have her meowing. It's like a little mini me. I love it. And then I get to walk away. I'm like, good luck out there.
So you're imposing all of your wisdom on her.
Everything. I'm like, do you like wine? You want some wine
Yeah.
for lunch?
How do you feel about costumes in the day?
They've been in my costumes. It's very fun.
Is it Halloween? No.
Does it
Sometimes you
have
gotta
to
dress
be?
up like other things to avoid life's problems, little girl.
She's like,
Sometimes
You
all
got
the
another
wine-
credit card, little girl. Give it to the man who you met outside of Wendy's.
Anybody asks for help, you give it to them, no
Yeah.
matter what
Especially
they
if
look
it's
like.
monetary help. if it's like some kind of free help, keep that.
I love
If
when
it's got
Garrett.
money attached to it.
I love when Garrett checks out and's like, "I'm gonna sit back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let the kids talk it out."
I'll let you guys play this one out.
I could
Sorry.
go for an old English right now. I'll tell you
Sorry.
that.
An old English 40? Or
Oh, we
What a
had one.
smooth. Hey, if they
Tim,
could
are you
somehow
working
sponsor this
today?
show,
oh god.
can you imagine being sponsored by Old English 800?
Oh dude, that'd be
How do we
so-
do it?
We just keep talking about them, and then
I
we
could-
tag them, and then
I
all the nation tags Old English.
I
Got
could
it.
not possibly join you for what I'm about to suggest, but you guys should play Edward 40 Hands on the show sometime and just make that an
Ooh,
episode of the
wait,
show.
Why can't
What
you
is
join?
that?
Because I am too old to play Edward. There's no way. I
Is it
would be
drinking?
dead. I would be
Drinking?
dead.
It's
Yeah.
drinking?
It's taping a 40 to each of your hands so that you can't be done until you've drank both of the
It's like,
40.
but how are you supposed to drive then?
I just drive with my feet. No big deal.
Officer, I'm
I
saying
don't know how anybody can do that because it's
With your
so
feet?
much.
With your
It's
feet?
crazy.
I've
80
never,
miles, yeah, drive
With your
feet while you're
feet.
blacked out.
I
And
can't.
I can do it every time.
I've never done it. I've never even seen people do it. I
I've
think
seen
go to college.
it done.
Oh, I did it in college one time. It was bad.
Yeah, it's
I would be
80 ounces
sad.
of beer, and especially if you're doing like Mickey's or like Old English or Hurricane.
Yeah, I
How
think
about if we
they
did pear
Hurricanes
juice?
are Old English.
How many
Edward
beers
Milk and
are in a
Juice.
40? 40 how many beers is that? 3?
What's
3.5.
Yeah. Because what, 16, right? Is that how much a regular beer? No, 12, I guess
12.
it's regular beer.
So two and a half,
It's
2.5,
three and a third.
3 and a third, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are
7
so
beers.
smart.
I guess when you look at it as 7
Call the
beers, not that
accountant.
bad.
Yeah, but then
Yeah,
the,
I
like,
don't
the
know.
bottom half
But-
has to get warm.
Yeah, that's the thing, is because they're taped to your hands, you're trying to drink them as quickly as you possibly can
Yeah.
because they're only getting warmer from the moment you start playing the game.
Every
And they're
second.
40s. They're not
Have you,
good
Garrett?
ever, let
if
alone
you,
as they're
uh,
getting warm.
So, Garrett, you've seen it done and you've done it.
Yeah.
I've never done it, but I've seen it done and I've seen this move. And I gotta say, it's not smart
What is it?
when you finish
Chug
it,
it.
finish second one, and then in victory, you smash the bottles together.
No,
But the bottles are taped to your hands, so the
No.
glass just goes right into your hands.
Yeah, this sounds bad. Who did
You're off
who,
to the hospital. I
who
don't know.
done did this?
It's his
Who did
meth
this?
friends. It's his
Oh.
meth friends.
Meth
The
friends.
guy I was with,
Wash their hands in
Former
meth.
heroin
small
addict.
amounts of water every 4 days.
It's
who was,
bad.
this, who was this Frankenstein in high school that
Are they talking about it still?
friend? Who's friend?
Friends. Friends.
I'll put it in the private chat.
I wouldn't-
I'm not going to say his name. I'm not,
naming
I'm not
names.
good enough friends with
Why
him.
are kids so mean? I hate it. I hate it.
His locker was near
It
mine.
was
so-
mean. He was a nice guy. I liked that guy.
Oh, it is. I see him once
Yeah.
in a while. I just don't want to.
He's your friend. Friend.
Oh
You think
yeah,
he's- Think he's scarred for life from that?
I
Hey,
actually.
hey, friend. Friend. I won't
Yeah.
do it. I won't do it, Tony.
Does this little kid keep doing it for 5 minutes?
That's as much. I should pretend I'm the bride
I
of
think we're the
Frankenstein.
only viewers on the show right now. I think this is it. We got
Tyler, are you-
JWC, we got Joe Abram, and then us 4.
yeah. Are you sick, Tyler?
Me?
Yeah, for real. He was calling out. He told me he was sick.
No, I'm fine.
Oh man. I mean, thank
You
God.
look sick.
Thank God.
You look sick a little bit.
You look a little sick.
Garrett, what's coming up on the old like the movie?
Well, we are. What are we doing coming up? We've been doing like horror movie stuff. Oh, I think we're going to be talking about George Romero's The Crazies. Which, yeah, I just watched it for the first time this week, and it is a wild movie to watch in 2020. It's about a plague that gets released on a small Pennsylvania town, and the government trying to decide whether they're just going to nuke that town to control the problem they started.
That is the blessing that at least the whole world has. They can't nuke everybody now.
Yeah.
What's it called? The what?
The Crazies.
The Crazies.
Yeah.
Is it
so I think
Jim
we're gonna talk
Thorpe?
about that.
Hopefully, it's Jim Thorpe.
Dude, it does look like all of those towns around us. Like that, all Romero movies take place in like small Pennsylvania towns.
I heard a saying this, and I was talking to him about earlier. I heard a saying earlier today, and it doesn't make any sense. Where somebody tries to avoid something like the plague.
Oh yeah,
Isn't that like
we can't say
you've
that
done
anymore.
a terrible job of avoiding it if it's the plague?
right. Thank you, John Wayne.
Valid
Thanks for
point.
that banter. I thought we were gonna have a little friendly banter on that one. We spoke about it. But
I did that to me the other night. I forget what it was, but it was like something pretty good. You could have gone on for a while with, and Ty's just like,
Oxford. Yeah. Cool.
I'm like,
So
see, I should just stop then. Yeah, well.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
maybe I was preoccupied. You were just looking at chats.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't looking at chats. All right.
I
So
was.
what's the next movie? What's the next movie?
Well, listen. I mean, where's your heads at right now? Because I feel like I'm not sure. Do you guys want me to keep giving you spookies?
I think
I'm
I'm
comedy.
Hmm?
I get spooked out, but I'll go with whatever.
There's a
As long
good
as it's not like
chance. There's a
supernatural.
70% chance Tyler's not going to watch the movie anyway.
Oh.
Keep that in mind when assigning the movies.
yeah,
That's not
keep that in
true at
mind.
all.
There's a
I've missed
75% chance.
I've missed 2.
86% chance.
I have the power to eliminate you from this.
Well,
Anyway,
Anyway, I'm okay. Kate,
Okay,
did you say
all right,
you want to know
so-
more, or are you
Yeah.
still in for the spooky movies?
I say I'm ready. I think I'm ready to like really release the hounds. I want to be scared.
oh, you want to be scared?
Give her the
Scare me.
scare.
Can I
Garrett,
make
give
a
her
request?
scare.
Scare me.
Whoa.
Can I make a
Garrett,
request? I'll be
Garrett.
scared too, but I want to
Give
make
her the
one little
scare.
request.
Give them the
Nothing
scare.
like religious, like not religious wise, but like what's the word I'm thinking of? Where like you get
Demonic?
possessed by the devil or something,
Like
and like,
demonic
Possession. You don't want possession,
possession?
movies,
None of that,
exorcism
possession.
movies.
exorcism. No exorcism. I hate that shit.
So okay,
Garrett,
Based on true
give
story.
them the scare. I'm
wait,
winking behind these glasses.
is there a thing you're trying to direct me to? Just say it.
I'm saying the go-to.
The go-to scary.
The go-to ruin people's
Why
day
don't you understand what
and
he's
give them a
saying?
scare.
What do you mean?
You
I'm not gonna influence this any further. I'm just gonna let it. He's either gonna say it or he's not. I trust him either way.
say it, Garrett. Okay,
I know.
say
I
it.
literally don't know what you could be talking because there's like so many movies that could mean. I feel
I
like.
trust him either way.
Tell us a scary movie.
Well-
not Dog Soldiers. Do not make any of us watch that.
I mean, well, because I already had a couple things picked out just because they're available, and one of them I do think
Oh wait,
is.
can I interrupt
Yes.
you? Sorry. Can it be so if I've seen it
Tyler.
already? If I've seen it already? Can I ask for a different one? I want a new one.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
Has anybody seen It Follows?
It
Follows.
is it? Is that like Pennywise? It
No. So this is also on Peacock. Tyler, you're just gonna have to figure out how to search things more than one time.
What's it called?
It's called It Follows.
It Follows.
I really like this movie. I do think it's pretty scary. I hope that you guys will find it scary too. This one's very available. I like this movie. It's a recent one. I think this is like one of the great new horror movies.
Okay.
But so here's the deal. So you're giving me the permission to really scare you though, right? Because I'll try and find something to come in with next week to really like hit the gas on. I think this
Yeah.
will work, but
Because here's what I'm thinking, Garrett. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm getting braver.
okay.
I want to test it.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
I
All right.
know, just on the
Yeah.
title, I know I'm gonna. This is not gonna go good for me.
Garrett, I was thinking
Oh, you don't have to watch it.
if
Tyler.
you had a a thing that chops.
End scene.
You were thinking Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
And there's what's inside of your limbs. And it
Bone.
would chop that.
Blood.
Oh, you
Skin.
want bone tomahawk?
I did.
That's interesting.
So just keep that in mind for another week
Leave
because
it up here.
Does Bone Tomahawk?
I think Kate would really like it.
Bone Tomahawk is a very good movie.
I'm tougher than you know.
Yeah, I don't know if it's particularly scary as much as it'll just freak your shit out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's
Stay to my mommy's for a
that's the
week.
kind I hate.
I'm telling you, Bone Tomahawk, I was hearing the howl for days.
No, sir. No.
Yeah.
Days.
Right
I heard
now.
it. I watched it by myself, and the fire department in my town has like an air raid siren. It's like an old fashioned air raid. Every time it would go off, I would because I thought for a second there's a sound, Tyler. Would you call it a howl or a whistle, Garrett?
Yeah, it's like a howl. Yeah, I know what you mean though.
It's one of the most upsetting movies I think.
Yes, it's very upsetting. Yes.
I don't feel like I've been upset
I watched
enough.
The Exorcism in high school. A girlfriend made me go to the Exorcism of Emily Rose. That's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Their head spins around that way.
And I cried after.
I never saw that one.
You cried?
Tears. I'm like, get me out of here.
I don't love those type of movies.
You can break up with me. Just get me out of here.
So I mean, listen, I think Bone Tomahawk is on Amazon Prime.
But now you said it because I've never seen It Follows.
It Follows is
now
great.
I kind of want to do that because I've already seen Bone Tomahawk twice, and twice is enough.
Yes. It Follows is really good. We should do It
I'm
Follows.
excited.
I want to know what actually that ex-girlfriend says about that because that was the last time we spoke.
You cry in front of her?
Yeah.
I wasn't crying. I was just very.
Do I know this girl?
Yeah.
Is it J?
No.
S? SC?
Stop doing that. People are gonna also guess it.
I'll come in. I'll slide in. I'll slide in and tell you.
He'll text you.
Slide
All right, we didn't relate.
Guess who it was? You get a gift card. Because I want to know if she's telling the story. Like,
Yes,
I went on a date with Tyler.
she is.
One time. We went to see the Honeymoon.
He wept.
Did you see the honeymooners? We went to see
And
the
then he
honeymooners. He cried the
cried.
whole time.
He made me drop him off at home, and he never spoke to me again. He saw me in the halls.
I like the idea. It's even funnier that she probably doesn't even remember what fucking movie it was. Like so like that part is so unimportant. She's like, I don't even remember what it was. Probably like Meet the Fockers. He just fucking cried in my car.
I was really gonna say Meet the Fockers in this thing.
It's a sad movie, though.
He cried.
The cat.
He cried.
Take us out of here. Take us out. It's already 3 after?
I know, it's
How is
crazy.
it 3 after already?
So that's how time works. Remember?
Get her out of here. Thank you. Jesus.
All right, Garrett. Thank you for coming on again. I know you're
Sorry, Garrett.
every week it gets a little
Every
crazy.
week. He keeps coming back, though.
You can
Yeah,
find
I
him
liked it.
at Philadelphia. I like the movie.
Check us out,
Throw him a rating. Throw him a subscription.
please.
Can't get enough of our movie guru Garrett. On the
Yeah.
left, bottom left, you love her and you hate her.
Snapping Amsterdam.
You're in the straight to TV movie Snapping Amsterdam.
Yeah.
It's at I Hate Kate. Top right hand corner, the man with the master plan, Mr. Button Up. It's Just Try. I'm at Tyler Rothrock. Please give us a follow on IG. I won't follow you back because I don't go on it because I got a flip phone.
He's off the grid, folks.
Kidding. I will follow you back because I still go on it on my Wi-Fi.
On the Wi-Fi.
On the Wi-Fi.
On the Wi-Fi.
Give me a bell ring, my good man.
On the Wi-Fi.